Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today morning call, February 11th, Friday, 5 and 07 on a.m. in the morning in New York. Hoping to find you all well and getting ready for our morning call with starting with the overview around the world. So yesterday we had a nice bounce from the open, but at the middle of the session we had one of the Fed members, Mr. Bullard, saying that he was basically accepting 100 basic points hike on those on one of those meetings by the Fed and start hiking the rates very fast. So market right now is repricing all that perspective. So right now market is very sensitive to and also algos are very sensitive to any news about the rate hikes that the Fed is going to have this year. So market right now rebalancing. We're seeing that Europe is almost 1% down. We also have the US markets red to start the morning with SP 500 futures down almost 0.6%, down more than 0.4%, and Nasdaq down 0.8% this morning. So Nasdaq it's underperforming. It's because it's more rate sensitive and right now underperforming this morning. We also have volatility spiking. That's the action that we are seeing around the world right now. Looking forward to the agenda, not much. Okay, not much. We have some data coming at 10 a.m. But let's see. In my opinion, the most important is how the market will handle this kind of action. So one of the things that yesterday I started to say is that first we ride it very well the morning bounce. So and if you notice after the initial bounce I got back into cash. So and it was the wise thing to do. Okay, it was the wise thing to do because looking for the charts I was not seeing anything that inspired me lots of confidence either for longs either for shorts. Okay, and one of the things that in the morning I said was that it was a yellow flag, and if bulls were there they need to take above last week highs. Okay, was precisely because we were making a lower high. So the big question is now what the hell is going to happen next? So we are making a lower high. For bear case confirmation we need a lower low. So right now we are below the 20 and the 8-day moving average. So we continue on the bear trend. Okay, but the market for rollover we need to break down this and stay down this. Okay, this level. So right now we are still in the middle of nowhere. We are still holding. So the question is, and I will try to see how the more close on the 9 a.m. when we start the live session, how the features are, to see if we have a more clear view on what they are going to do. Are they going to push it back above the morning, the pre-market high of the session, or are they going to roll over and retest the support? Okay, so right now no real edge either for longs either for shorts. So the trading plan will be pretty much if we go and stay above this pre-market session high. If we go here, let's look for a reversal buy and look for 21 and yesterday highs of the session. Okay, that will be the plan. But if we break down, makes new low on the session, okay, break down here, then I'll be looking for last week lows, and I will be extremely bearish if we break down. So right now it's a waiting game. Okay, if we go above this morning, this pre-market highs of the session, we go long. If we break down here, or if you are more aggressive, if we break down and stay below here, we can go into retest last week lows. But the really trading plan is if we break down here, then it's a short, so something to keep on watch. I will continue to watch on Nasdaq. I will continue to watch the leaders right now. Apple gapping up a little bit lower. Okay, so my line in the sand I put here 170. It would be ideal if we hold 171 dollars area. It's the 21-day moving average. Okay, if we break below, I'll look 170, but if it breaks below 170, watch out because we can fall very, very fast. If we hold 170, 171 plus area, we cannot get much bearish because we can reverse back up. So I will wait to see how it opens. AMD, it's still trying to hold the 8 and 21-day moving average. So my line in the sand right now, just a little bit below 125, around 124. If we break and stay below 124, I'll be looking for a possible gap filling here at 117. Okay, and that will be the game plan, but I need to see it. Okay. Looking for Boeing, we had a big week, amazing week. We started on Monday with calls to 10. I closed way too soon yesterday. They gone for more than $13 all the way into 223. And now what I've said yesterday, I said on the move ups you trim profits. Okay, so my first target to 15, second to 20, then the third one to 25. So we hit to 15, you trim some gains. We hit to 20, we hit some gains. And yesterday we got near to 25. On those news, okay, you start trimming the rest. And in my opinion, I would be taking all. When you see that the market is rolling over, I would take all the profits there. Okay. Now what? Now let's see. We have a big range, 214. Okay, 214 to 23. A big range. I'll be looking if it has some consolidation, okay, or if it breaks down below 214, that can be very, very, very bearish. With the next support at 209 and 211, and the second one around 209. Those will be the levels. Citigroup also, if you remember this week, we had some calls. Calling for upside all the way to 68, and as magic, okay, the high was 68.65, this week high 68.55. So it gone perfectly. Now what? Now printed a reversal sell below 67. Okay, below 67. We look for the next level around 66.6. If we break down, we look for the next one around 65. So reversal sell yesterday. We hit the target is take profits and look for a possible fading, and it's happening right now. Okay, CAT faded. Basically, also hit the target. If you remember, I had target 205, 206. Hit 206.75 and faded, closing below the 8 and 21 the moving average. Now what? I'll be looking for the industrials. If it breaks below 201, okay, if it goes below 201, I'll be looking for a possible rollover back into 195, 196. Okay, so that's something to keep also on watch. Coin. It worked great from last week. If you remember, we got on Friday here calls. It was a beautiful trade on Friday for the upside. It gave a nice upside all the way from 180 plus all the way into 217. The idea was to fill the gap at 220, but with yesterday action, they were not able to push it higher and break down and start making lower highs, lower lows. So right now, line in the sand is 201, okay? If it breaks down below 201, then I'll be looking for a resume down all the way below $200 and can go all into 180, okay? So also keeping on watch. IWM also yesterday was showing very nice relative strength, but with those news, basically they killed the momentum and the stock breakdown here at 207, going and closing into the lows. Now what we have line in the sand at 202. Okay, if it breaks down below 202, then I'll be looking for a possible rollover into 195, 196. That will be my support. If 202 holds, we can continue here some shopping, some consolidation until it decides to go one way or the other. So IWM, it will be also a focus. JP Morgan. If you remember last Friday, we also got very nice action for upside from 150. From 150, almost $10 up, all the way into 159. On the way up, you trim profits. Day 1 on the breakout, 1, 2, 3, 4. Day 5, you sell. So can it go higher? Yes, it can. But once again, in my opinion, you take your profits. So I hope that on this fade here, you close the position and got back into cash. Now what? We have a gap to fill all the way into 153.6. So below 155, looking for a gap to fill at 153.6 with the line in the sand at 153. Okay, so I will be extremely bearish if it breaks below 153, looking for once again 148, 150 as possible next level to watch. Microsoft, yesterday we tried some calls. I got stopped on those calls, and after when we were reversing back up, Mr. Bullard with the news, boom, and killed the market once again, and pushing price back into $299, $300 right now in PreMarket. So we have a big support wall here. If we break below and stay below 299, watch out, because we can fall $5 to $10 down. Okay, so the projected move can take it to 295 and all the way into 290 or even lower. Okay, so between $5 to $15 pullback here if you break and stay below 299. So that's a level that I'll be looking. Otherwise, if 299 holds, once again, it's exactly the same thing. We can continue here shopping around, waiting for the break one way or the other. Nvidia, exactly the same. Yesterday printed a high, but with Mr. Bullard update, it break down here and closed near the lows. We have a gap to fill at 252.3, and my line in the sand is 251. Okay, if we break down to 251, watch out, can go all the way into 240. We have a gap to fill also at 228, so staying open-minded for that. If 251 holds, once again, we can continue to shop here until it resolves one way or the other. Looking for the cubes, exactly the same thing. We are looking for a possible break higher. One of the things that I said is for the bull case we need above 370. We printed a lower low for the week. Yesterday also a lower low versus Thursday. So we were fading, but here I had some hopes it could go, but here on this candle after Mr. Bullard, it set the tone for the rest of the day. They killed the momentum, start making lower highs, lower lows, closed near the lows, and right now gapping down this morning. So my line in the sand is around 352. I'll be extremely bearish if it breaks below 352, looking for a move into 340. Okay. If 352 holds, once again, we can continue here the shop and waiting for a resolution one way or the other. Rivian, if you remember this week I have some calls here, okay, some calls here closed a bit too soon, but those calls basically gone from 20 cents all the way into more than $1, so congratulations if you held. But it hit the target perfectly. My target was 69, it's 68.98. Missed the target by 2 cents. So now what? Now you take profits on those targets, okay? Market pulling back, this pulling back, my line in the sand around $60. If this thing closed below $60, watch out, can roll over back into 56 or even lower. Don't forget that we are still on a downtrend, so as I've said, this was an oversold bounce. Roku yesterday, it was a beast, okay? So We had very nice profits, closed also very soon, but looking for the action after that, it seems that it was the wise thing to do, because it faded once again after hitting the target. If you remember, I said 177, 178, it was the target, it hit 177.96, so missed the 178 target by 4 cents. Closed below the 21-day moving average. So now what? If they are going to give it all back, needs below 163. Below 163 we have 160, and below that we can go back down here all the way into 150. So keeping the stock also on watch. SPY. Well, what can I say? Before the market open, I put this line here. Okay, said that I would be looking for a move above 452. We got into calls right out of the gate. Right, those calls. I closed those calls for amazing profits, 80% I believe on a big scalp, and I locked my gains. It even more than doubled. But it was the wise thing to do, because when we got the Mr. Buller news, look what happened. Okay, so those lines worked, and those lines were from yesterday, and they worked very, very well. So we break down here 455, 454. Okay, we retested once again, goes for the next level. The next level was 451 for the open, and 450. See that it spent some time here until it break down and retest once again. But this morning, 447, we are down here. So those lines worked very well. Now what? We respect. We are on a range. Okay, the range is between 444 and 458. Now we are at 447. I want to see if they are going to push it all the way into 444, and from there we will evaluate. Okay, that's one of the possible scenarios. Otherwise, if we recover 450, then we can have something here for possible upside. But once again, for the bull case, we need above 451.6. Okay, we need above here. That's for the bull case. Otherwise, while we are remaining here, we are vulnerable for a possible retest at 443, 444. So keep it that on mind. Tesla. What can I say about Tesla? When those news hit, I got into puts 900 on Tesla. Okay, and those puts were at $3.50. And I ride the wave, locked very nice gains, but as you see, there was a reason for the put. So basically, we break down here, we start making lower highs, lower lows. It was not easy, but it closed near the lows around $900. Okay, those puts gone from $3.50 to $10. So basically, more than triple the money, more than double the money if you were holding the position. So congratulations. Now what? Range is getting tight, guys. So below $900, if it stays below $900, we can roll over and fill the gap at 857. So keeping that also as a possibility going forward. The other thing that I'll be looking is volatility. If volatility spiked yesterday on those news, right now gapping up this morning, I'll be looking to see how it will deal if it's able to go above 21, 22, and how it will deal with it. So after the market open, I will see if volatility continues to spike, then the market can roll over. But if volatility fades, then market can have an oversold bounce, and from there we will evaluate. So once again, in my opinion, we are all over the place, but the market is all over the place, but we actually managing our risk very, very well. So one of the things yesterday, if you notice, I got in early in the morning. Those SPY calls, Roku calls, and JP Morgan calls were very good. I get in, get out, get my cash flow for the day, and step aside. After those Mr. Bullard comments, what did I say? Mr. Bullard killed the market, and it was actually, okay, what it happened. The comments came here, okay. So yeah, he pretty much killed the market with the market fading. So and looking for the SPY, exactly the same thing, gave you the levels, and yeah, he killed the market here, basically on this candle, retest, fade again, goes to the next level, coiling here, breaks, retests, and right now at 447, gapping down after the yesterday reversal sell. So now we wait to see if we are going to hold those levels or if we are break down. If we break down, step aside or edge with two hands, because the market can get very ugly if we break down here below 443. The market can get very, very ugly for a big pullback into the next couple of sessions. So stay open-minded for that. At 9 a.m. we will have a more clear view on what it's going to happen next. So let's wait and stay tuned for the 9 a.m. Where with more updates. Okay, thank you and see you at 9.